Hi everyone and welcome back to Art with Miss Choate. On today's episode, we are going to learn about Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso was mostly known as a Cubist painter, but he did do other time periods as well, such as Surrealism and Expressionism, Post-Impressionism. So he did cover a few different types of art. However, we're going to be mainly focusing on Cubism. And we are going to be making a Cubist-inspired Pablo Picasso portrait of ourselves. So we're going to be doing a self-portrait. That's a portrait of yourself. And we could either be drawing it or we can be cutting paper and collaging it. Either way will work, so whatever supplies you have. If you have some scratch paper, some scissors, some glue, then we can do it collaged. If you only have pencils, crayons, markers, then we can go ahead and do the same technique but with drawing. So let's go grab our art supplies and get started. So the first thing we need is our base. So I may be using a white piece of paper as my base, but you don't have to. You could choose other colors. And I'm going to gather some scratch pieces of paper. Now I have some full sheets, some partial sheets, even some old art that could either go in the recycling, or I could cut it up and make it something new if I'm tired of it, or maybe it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. And again, some old projects. I'm not using it as a penny spinner anymore, so I can use it as a new art project. Same thing. I loved the viewfinder, but I'm tired of it now. A pinwheel. I can go ahead and use this as well. So I'm using all my scraps and I'm going to make a portrait. Now that we have all of our scraps, we want to decide which color is going to be our face. Now, since it's Cubism, we want straight lines, we want exaggerated features, and we don't need realistic colors. So I'm gonna go, I want the blue for my hair, I know that for sure. And what's a good color with blue? I'm gonna do orange for my skin, so for my face. And you can either go ahead and draw out your face, or you can just cut it. I will draw it so I make sure that I'm doing a good size. So I'm gonna do a little bit of my shoulders, my head, and we're keeping it very abstract. We're thinking about shapes. So it's maybe kind of like a vase shape, but you could do an oval, you could do a triangle. Any shape can work for Cubism. So that's going to be the shape of my head. Now remember, if you don't have glue and scissors, you could just draw this out and color it in. So since I drew that shape, you could have drawn that on your white paper. And I'm going to cut out all my shapes, all my features first. I'm going to arrange them on my paper and then I'll glue them at the end. So here's the start of my self-portrait. And I can start to think about my hair. I can start to, and I like this idea of drawing it. Maybe I'll do some ovals as hair. And I obviously had to do blue. I know I told you this was abstract and my hair used to be blue. It's not so blue anymore. I'm not going to throw away these scraps. I am going to save those. So shapes can either be organic or geometric. Organic are these curved lines. Geometric are squares, circles, triangles. So we can do a mixture of organic and geometric. And remember, you don't have to outline your shapes, but I am liking how that black outline is looking. And the great thing about doing all the gluing at the end is that we get to play with our arrangement of our shapes. Now we can start to think about our eyes, our nose, and I think I'm just going to cut one of those shapes out. That might be my nose. I can think. And I can utilize what I already have. So I'm going to utilize, that means I'm going to take advantage of this beautiful back of a dinosaur for my mouth. And I think I'm going to go back in and cut that out nicer. But for now, I'm just playing and I'm arranging. And, ooh, for my eyes, I might use part of this. So let's go ahead and cut this out. And I don't need it double-sided anymore. I'm going to use it for 2 separate pieces. So I'm going to go ahead. I like that flat edge for the eye. And they don't have to be the same. And I might want to layer it up even more, maybe taking a piece out of my viewfinder. And I could even add some earrings, or I could add, I'm going to cut down. Can use these maybe over there for something, and I can keep playing. And maybe, what other features do you have? Maybe wearing a necklace. So maybe I'll put, oh, I like that down there. Oh, maybe I'm wearing, that makes me think of like a crown kind of. So I could cut this yellow part. So I'm starting to like how it's coming out. So now I can start to, I'm gonna get rid I can start to play and start to glue down. I'm gonna have to start with my lowest layer first and then build my way up. So now that we've figured out where everything is going, we're gonna have to undo it all, which I know is a little scary. Hopefully you remember where things go. We're just gonna push them to the side and we're gonna start gluing them down the lowest shape all the way up, and we're gonna stack them up. Remember, a little bit of glue goes a long way, so we can just do a little bit on our edges, put a little bit of dots. And remember, this could be drawn, so you could just draw this shape. We can draw on some details. And we're gonna keep on going with our layering. Remember, do play with, even though maybe that wasn't gonna go over there at the beginning, play with where things are going again, because I'm gonna do my hair. You know what, no, I'm gonna do my face next in case my hair covers, like my mouth and the eyes. So play with it. Don't just say, oh, that was the way I had it. If you can change your mind. So you can see I decided to change it a little bit from when I had laid it out. And now I'm pretty happy with it. I could go back in. I could add other elements to it. I could add shapes and lines. Whatever you would like, we could add on more detail to it. So just let your mind be creative. Think about shapes, organic and geometric, and see what you can create. Now you might look back and be like, I don't like this one. And go ahead, lift it off. If you didn't put too much glue, you should be able to gently peel it off. There we go, I like that better. And now I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you had fun making your Picasso face. I hope you really embrace the organic and the geometric shapes, and you just had fun creating a silly self-portrait. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel so you get notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you are so inclined and you want something specific for me to do in the future, drop it in the comments below. Here lately, a lot of people have been giving me feedback on what they want to see. That's why I did a realistic dog. That's why I've done a realistic face. All these things are things that people have asked me for. So go ahead, drop them in the comments. I'm going to listen to what you guys want. I'm doing this for you. And I hope you join me next time. Bye.